going on YouTube? What's going on with all my Patreon friends? How we all doing? All the angels, everyone coming back for another round of Angelina Jordan, and we got two back to back. And the reason is my Patreon friend Jeffrey suggested that I do the My Funny Valentine, and she did that twice. So she did that once. What's this in 2016 and once in 2020? Let me check this out. So once at 10 years old and one at 16 years old. So I think it's gonna be cool to see like the contrast, because like the thing is Angelina Jordan as a singer sounded like a full-grown woman since she was 8 years old. So I'm really curious. I'm really interested to see what, like, you know, the change, what her approach is gonna be like, what is gonna be similar between the two, especially. So anyway, I appreciate this request. I know this has been a popular one in the YouTube comments as well. But I appreciate you sending this one to me. If you want to check me out on Patreon, if you want to send me your special links too, you can check me out. The link's in the description box. I have all Angelina Jordan's links as well in the description box as well. So make sure you're checking her out. Make sure you're watching all her videos, and make sure you're letting them run all the way to the end. If y'all want the easiest way to support channels like mine, channels like Angelina's, anything on YouTube, let the video finish. Let it either stop. You can turn off autoplay so it doesn't just keep playing to the next thing. But you would not believe what it does. You would not believe what it does for the algorithm. We all appreciate it. I'll speak on behalf of every content creator out there. We all appreciate it. But anyway, let me pull this up and let's go. Oh, what am I doing here? Start at the beginning. How about?
Hi, I wish you a happy Valentine's Day.
So sweet.
Behold the way I find feather friend.
The difference, man. The difference just from her, like, just from her speaking to her, like putting the hat on and being a performer all of a sudden, it's just like, it took like 2 seconds this time. I want to hear her talk.
Hi, I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Behold the way I find feather friend is virtue doth pray. Thou knowest not my dim-witted friend, the picture thou hast made. Thy vacant brow and tosslet hair conceal bygone intent. Thou noble, upright, truthful, sincere, and slightly don't begin.
10 years old, man. Come on. Come on. This isn't fair. And like, there's so many different reasons. Like she's got such a rich, unique jazz voice at such a young age, and she has so many like different intricacies, of which we've all talked about lots. We all appreciate lots. I'll probably point them out as we go along. But she's already showing off so many of them. And like, I was having a conversation the other day. Like, I started singing when I was really young too. Not this young. I think I was like maybe 10, 11 when I kind of like was like, I might be able to do this, right? And I had so many bad habits, like just from singing in my basement and like wanting to be a singer, and then finally going to vocal lessons and like having to undo so many bad bad habits. Like, it's just unbelievable that at 10 years old, with I'm sure very, very, very limited like professional guidance, like, you know, at least like, I don't know, at 10 years old, I mean, she'd already made a name for herself and everything, but just like, it's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable.
You're my
That's a low note too.
Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable.
You hear her catching this vibrato like under her breath almost, and it's still so rich, and it's like such a big, like, it's got such, like, I imagine like vibrato kind of like a chorus pedal, if y'all like have, if we have any keyboard players or guitar players or anything, and it kind of has this like wobble to it, and it's just like how wide do you want that wobble to be? And like Angelina Jordan's is so so tall.
Your looks are laughable.
Like ooh, like I physically have to move my lips to make it sound like that. And like I'm 30, bro. I'm 30. Come on.
Unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art.
Beautiful head voice too.
Is your figure less angry? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart?
And see, like that's something that I've grown to love, and I talk about lots on this channel. Is like how she lets the like airflow disrupt the note a little bit, and it's almost like it breaks up. It's almost like we lose it, but it's like she still has this like fry going through, and then it's like this elegant walk between notes. Still, it's not like a fast run, which I know she can do, but it's like she almost like leaves the pitch and still has like the breath and like the flow and the compression of the breath still going, and then she like trails out of that back into the pitch. It's just like at 10 years old, man, it's just wild. It's just wild. I'm having one of those days where I'm really appreciating how young she is in this. It's just nuts. Like, come on.
But don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay.
Wow, good for her. Like what a demonstration of vocal capacity. Because like not only is it like a lesson, she's like closing her mouth and letting that a kind of start to come out, but it's just like she builds this beautiful crescendo into like all this full voice, and now she's like almost belting, and it's like that's something you have to learn to do in your house too. Like you still got to be used to mom or dad holding the camera for you while you're singing with the record player, right? Like it's a level of vulnerability, man. Unless you're a singer, it took me a long time to do, man. And like I'm not a very shy person. I never was. Ever since I started talking, I kind of never stopped. But it's just like it's still a weird thing to get used to, man. You can see like she's kind of darting from the camera. I do it all the time too. Like it's just so cool, man. She's just what a performer. What a performer. I want to hear it all.
Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each and every year's Valentine.
These are like beautiful little like they remind me of like saxophone little licks like the do 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 do. I don't know why. It's just I heard something a long time ago where it said every instrument tries to mimic the human voice, and so when I see things that kind of represent instruments backwards, I just think it's kind of interesting. So that riff there felt like a saxophone riff to me.
Is your figure less angry? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart?
Fry
But
again.
don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay.
Let it out. See, that's another thing. It's like she's obviously like, you know, she's I don't know if she's in shape. I don't know if she runs on the treadmill, but like she's young. Like she hasn't like beat her body up and like become like stagnant, you know what I mean? So it's like her capacity to have I'm kind of I'm kind of stalling until I find the word that I'm looking for. Stamina, I guess, right? Like her vocal stamina. She's proving that she can belt and hit these high notes multiple times. Because like I was practicing earlier and I was like, oh, this first chorus went really easy, and then the second chorus it's like, oh no, I don't have a chance, right? Because like my stamina's down. I have bad habits. I haven't been a singer for a long time, so it's just like it's not a one-off. She didn't like cap the roller coaster already. She can do it again, right? And it's a big note. It's a big note to be sitting on like a chair in your living room, like I say. Like it sounds great. It sounded great both times.
Each day is Valentine Day.
It runs again. Great smile. Oh, come on. Come on. If she was half the singer, I would still be a big fan because of her character. She seems like a very, very, very genuine person. And I know there's a lot of people here who have seen her in concert and with their own eyes, and I'm sure it translates very, very well. But hey, I thought it was a great performance, man. Like for being the age that she is, setting all that aside, I talked about that lots. But like if we talk about like vocal control, tonal control, air control, even breathing, and like with her TLM 103, like that microphone, breathing like she was in this, it probably show up a lot in the recording, and she's kind of learned to like mitigate that since. But what's interesting is like me as a singer, like I correct my breathing when I step in front of a microphone, but when I'm singing out loud, I like taking big breaths. Like it feels good, right? And like coming off of camera audio, I thought it worked good. Like I say, like her breath control, her decision making is like top tier, being as early in her career as she was in this video. Let's watch the next one now. So this is 4K Angelina Jordan, My Funny Valentine from IGTV, 16 years old. The red looks so dramatic. I love the drama. That's okay. Let's do this. Is this a scene from is this the building from the Elvis shoot? Because it looks very, very familiar. If it was like more gold colored, then I feel like it would look like this.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart.
Cool, okay. So the cards on the table. I'm going to start this over because I thought she was about to start singing and it was going to be another camera song. I didn't know it was going to be a recording, so I'm going to start this over.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Y'all look so laughable. Unphotographable, yet you're my favorite word of art.
Like it's still like all I'm gonna say is that it sounds like she's been singing for 6 years. Or whatever the age gap is in between this. That's all. Like it sounds like she's just like her voice is matured. Like we call it like kind of leathering or getting like thicker, right? Like it just sounds like she's been singing professionally. In my opinion, like all the same qualities are there. Like the tonal qualities are there. The rasp, the fry, the like air control, the breathing control, everything. And it's a really nice recording too. It's a beautiful recording. And they're doing a really good job of like translating the emotion that we kind of come to expect with Angelina Jordan. I just think that it sounds like she aged and her voice went with it. Like that's aside from a lot of like maybe pitches or like runs and stuff. It's not that much different, man. Like it's pretty wild.
Here's your figure, less than Greek. Here's your mouth, a little weak. When you open it to speak, are you smart?
control.
But don't change your hair from me. But don't change your hair from me.
She's sneaking some really, really quick runs in there, and this is probably just something she's learned over the years of being a professional singer, right? So, like I say, like it just sounds like she's been a professional singer for 6 years between these two videos. It's fantastic.
But don't change your hair from me. And not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.
So those runs, I don't know. I feel like in the first one they were a little bit of a different riff, but this one I think it just translates better because it's just a recording, right? But like I say, man, the quality is pretty paired. You know what I mean? Like this, like I'm not trying to take away from this. It's just this is making me appreciate the first one more because like they're very, very similar, which is just like I was expecting a big change, and like I'm almost shook that there isn't, in a good way. It's all love. It's all love. It's a beautiful room too.
Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart?
And that was a big bend too. Like if it were, I'm guessing that this is either recorded with her TLM microphone right up against her, or they have like a microphone like about like this distance, like 4 or 5 feet. And like if she leaned back for that, she let all the power come out. Like I'm imagining like those rock throwers, you know, when they lean back and it's like you got to get the stone over the Atlas stone over the thing. It's like I could see her, I could fit like I don't know, and I don't know if it happened, but it's just like that's where my brain went. I could see her coming back and then going up for that top note, and it just rings out, it just pours out, and it's like this very rich chest voice, you know what I mean? Like she climbs she does like a crescendo up the dynamic too, like during the build, right? So she starts in like her head voice and then moves to her chest voice, which fantastic.
You smart, but don't change your hair from me, and not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay.
Great riff.
Each day is Valentine's Day.
That riff was similar to the one she did in the first one. Like, what else are you gonna do when you're in this like fairy tale vintage furniture store, like other than film B-roll content, right? Come on. Fantastic, man. Like I couldn't pick. Hold on, that's another video. I couldn't pick which one I thought was my favorite or better or whatever. Like they both honestly serve their place so well, you know, because like at 10 years old, what a demonstration. Like what a showcasing of like her talent and what's to come. And then at 16 years, like, yeah, like it's been rolling. Like I didn't take no breaks. You know what I mean? And it's like she was already had proven that she was that singer. And it's like all she had to do was just like fill out these like just show that she's been working on it, on her craft for 6 years, you know? And it's like I think she did a great job of capturing that. I think the recording sounded really good. I think I was gonna go, let's go back to this. Let's dive in. Let's be a little nerdy for a second. So about 2:48 was when I think she leaned away from the microphone, and then I think she leaned forward and she came closer to the microphone proximity than she was previously, because it sounds like the microphone has a lot more like low, kind of like a low frequency response. Check this out. Turn up your headphones and listen to this. I think it was about 240. So that's the lean.
Are you smile? But don't
See how like it's like, but like it's like almost like right against the pop filter now, right? One more time. One more time.
Are you smile? But don't
Totally. Like the proximity, like I totally think that that's what's going on. And what's cool about that, man, is like every big entertainer that I've followed, like let's pick Michael Jackson. He would perform a song all the way through, and he would leave the microphone like totally out of proximity, out of phase. But it was just like it would add stuff, and he would make noises with his lips and breathe in and out and stuff, and it just added to the performance. And little like sonic changes like that, it just makes it feel real to me. It just makes it feel like it was like it's not a robot, it's not a machine pumping these out. Like this is a human being in a studio singing this for us, right? So. Anyway, my friend, thank you so much for the request. My angels, YouTube, Patreon, all my friends alike. I love y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. See everyone again soon.